How you doing, Sister Tate? I'm good. I'm good. It's good.
Reverend Charles Williams thinks he has some answers as to why the Democrats lost Michigan. He's going to give me a tour of his town to help me understand what motivates black voters here and what that means for both parties. Given everything Obama did for Michigan, given everything Obama did for black folk, why didn't Detroit come out as strong for Hillary Clinton?
I think there's a disconnect between what a White House can do on the ground and what we feel connected to. That connection didn't happen. What they didn't do is they didn't build an organization to actually talk to people.
But the reality is that the Clinton campaign spent a lot of money on data, and they had big data that showed they were going to have a big victory on election night.
I would say to that, data don't vote. I mean, I'm serious, man. If you don't build an organization that is based on relationship, understanding the issues, then you can model and data and statistic your way through a losing campaign. And that's exactly what happened with the Clinton campaign.
I think a lot of folk in the Democratic Party thought Michigan is in the bag. We have this blue wall.
I tell people all the time. Matter of fact, I told Hillary Clinton to her face when we met. I said, look, I appreciate it. It's good to meet you, but I've never voted for a Clinton before. I know Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton about as well as I know George Clinton. I mean,
P-Funk back in the 70s, 80s.
I got to turn to the oldie station to get to you. I mean, that's the reality. They had the infrastructure of a lot of old relationships.
Where was the energy in the Democratic Party this time around?
The energy was with Bernie Sanders. The fire was put out by the DNC. That energy was kind of cut off at the knees. There is a ethos that was being built behind the Bernie Sanders campaign that felt infectious enough to actually touch people on these streets. And some people, they thought in their infinite wisdom that we can just kind of shift that over to the Clinton campaign. And it didn't happen.
My next stop is here at Whitlow's. Barbershops help form the bedrock of political discourse in the black community. Vonzie Whitlow has been here since Barack Obama was born. Leslie Curtis is a lifelong Republican who voted for Obama in 2008, but this election, he voted for Donald Trump. And Jewel Jones is a Democrat, 21 years old, and just elected as the youngest Michigan state representative in history. I'm looking at you, but over your head is a picture of Barack Obama. And it says, "This is our moment." Was the past 8 years the moment that you expected it to be when you put that sign up?
I was so happy and great to see a black man run for president of the United States of America. I think he's enlightened a lot of people across the country.
In 2008, you voted for Obama, but you didn't vote for him in 2012.
Correct.
What did Obama do to disappoint you in the first term so that you wouldn't vote for him again?
Well, the disappointment came when he didn't address Black America. To me, his agenda was focused directly on the LGBT community and immigration and Obamacare. Whenever you're the first black anything, you have to put it out there on the line. And I don't feel that Obama did that. I don't think he put it out there on the line.
Well, I look at you, you're the youngest elected state representative in the state, maybe in the country, maybe in the universe, we don't know. Obama ran into a lot of hostile fire. I mean, you're young and you're hopeful, and I remember when Obama was young and hopeful. Do you think that some of the resistance against Obama had to do with the color of his skin?
Black people have been doing so much for so long with so little. You know, we can do almost anything with nothing. So after a while, like, you learn how to play the game and how to navigate. So of course, the color of the skin was an issue.
When you think about a Trump presidency, how do you think that's going to impact you?
I think the election was actually refreshing because I think, especially like the Democratic Party, I think we needed something to wake us up. Because for a long time, engagement's really been declining over the years. I think this was something that could really open people's eyes and tell them like it's time to get involved. I'm excited about it.